Hi guys and welcome back to Tommy Starcraft. This is your host Tommy with a Starcraft 2 replay this time for you guys. This game has been played in the year 2021 in September actually, so it's a very new replay here for this for you guys, and it's taken from the Dreamhack tournament, like I said, in 2021. A great international gameplay here in between these two pro players. So let me just start by introducing the players to you guys. We have spawning here in the upper right in the blue, it is Trap, player from South Korea, very strong gamer indeed, as he's also doing very well in the current GSL, beating MARU. Now his opponent here spawning in the lower left in the red from Finland, it is SERRAL, of course, a very strong Zerg, indeed believed to be once the best Zerg in the world, currently struggling a little bit, but he should not be underestimated. As yeah, let's just see exactly what these two players have prepared for us. Notice that SERRAL has already built his expansion here into this location, as very likely a Trap has indeed moved his probe into this location here, just to be as annoying as possible and just to block here the first expansion here. A lot of Protosses are doing this trick just to annoy the Zerg early on and just to buy a little bit of time for them. At the same time, let's have a look at Trap. He's already establishing here his gateway with his pylon, so he will very likely wall in here once again and just establish his expansion as well. Gas is already up for him. Let's have a quick look perhaps at the worker count. There's the worker count's pretty balanced here, so really nice job here by these two players. Probe is being annoying, is being chased away, but this probe is also very important for Trap, as it's going to see exactly what buildings SERRAL is going to do. Perhaps if SERRAL is going to be early on very aggressive with some Zerglings, but there is no such thing as SERRAL sends out his drone. Trap deciding not to block it this time. Sorry, I did forget about the production type. There you go guys, sorry about this one. And yeah, the probe once again stealing some minerals here. At the same time, he's denying a little bit of mining time here, as the Overlord is finally making also his way here, SERRAL, into the expansion from Trap. So no drones yet set to explore, just this one Overlord here. So this is the pretty standard opening up, and also crucial Stargate here for the Protoss. As you guys know, Protosses do like to make some oracles just to harass the mineral line here from the Zerg. So oracles early on, very good unit. Void Rays could be followed, some carriers perhaps. Let's just see exactly what these players have prepared for us. The first Tempest, or not Tempest, it's Adept. Sorry about this one. Are also being produced. Adepts early on could be very strong against Zerg. Once again, with their shading in, they could kill some probes here. The second expansion is also being produced here by SERRAL, as the Queens are also making out on the map. Queens, of course, early on very good defending your base, and later on even a very good supportive unit, just because of the fact that they can heal their units and at the same time they can spread that creep, making your units much faster if you're a Zerg. So this Queen will very likely lay an egg in here. There we go, nice egg here by this Queen, as SERRAL is preparing his highway here, his creep highway towards the Protoss base. Let's check the Protoss base. The warpgate is of course being researched. More and more workers are being produced, and let's have a look. Indeed, he's going for that Oracle. He's already moving out with his Void Ray just to kill those Overlords, to just not allow so much vision here for SERRAL. SERRAL will perhaps go into a Roach War and perhaps into a Hydralisk then, as more and more larva is being injected into this hatchery here by him. Notice how he leaves two Queens at an expansion, because like I said guys, it's very important to have those Queens. And look at that, he's even expecting some Oracles, so he will of course go into that Spore Crawler. Spore Crawler, very good anti-air. So yeah, let's just see when exactly this Oracle is coming in. It's on its way right now. So what the base is going to Trap be selecting here, he's perhaps going into this position, but the Spore is already out, nicely hidden here by those Overlords. And yeah, in comes the Oracle. Sees this one drone, so he might take it out, but there's already three Queens here by SERRAL. SERRAL doing a nice job here, not allowing any harassment here by this Oracle. At the same time, Trap decides to expand here at the 11 o'clock position. Sadly for Trap, his first harassment here not very successful here against SERRAL. And yeah, really good job here, SERRAL defending early on, having even a Spore into this location. Perhaps he's going to build one here as well. Really nice job here, and as that Roach Warrant as many Zergs decide a timing push is available at the 7-minute mark, as we've seen SCARLETT do this on a recent replay here on this channel against Zone, for example. Really great stuff here by the Zergs. The second expansion is also up here for Trap. Let's have a look once again, a quick look, sorry about that, on the workers. 61 here for SERRAL already, 54, 55 here for Trap, so pretty balanced. Really good job here by both players. As more map control is decided here by Trap, he's going to spot, of course, those Zerglings, and if these Zerglings are not being taken care of, they might do some economic damage, as SERRAL is slowly but steadily moving in here into this proximity, but Void Rays are already there, and those adepts nicely blocking this ramp here by Trap. So Trap doing also a nice job defending here, but his harassment is not as strong as believed. He only has this one Oracle. So yeah, Oracle once again taking so much damage here, finally manages to take out a Queen Egg, but more and more eggs are being laid here for SERRAL. So yeah, really good job here by SERRAL spreading that creep. It's very important to have as much creep on the map, because like I told you guys, your units, your Zerg units will be faster. And yeah, some defenses are also being left here as we go into a stalemate. Both players are preparing their strategies, more and more gateways, animal robotics facility base being added here, so we might see some Colossuses, we might see some Immortals. So yeah, SERRAL once again tries to move in, but he's not going to see these buildings here, as he only has Zerglings, as he's also expanding here in the lower right part here. So really good job here by him, just expanding all over the map, and pretty soon he's perhaps going to prepare an attack, as his researchers are also going up. Decides to make an Overseer, so perhaps this Overseer is going to move into this location just to see exactly what Trap is up to. Once again, I didn't select the production tab, sorry about this one. Again, I don't know, perhaps when I clicked at the work account it just disappeared, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Let me just check. No, it doesn't disappear. I guess I'm just a noob when it comes to Starcraft 2. So yeah, more and more gateways are being produced here by Trap also deciding to go into Archons. Archons a very good unit with that splash damage against those Zerglings especially, and also against those Roaches, so pretty good unit. High Templars also very effective. And yeah, let's just see exactly, we're past the 7-minute mark here, and slowly but steadily SERRAL perhaps will decide to move out. Or is it? No, actually Trap deciding now to be aggressive. He has Zealot legs upgraded, 2 Archons in his army, lots of Void Rays, 4 Void Rays, as he's trying to do the first damage here. But SERRAL at the high ground, and here we go, first strong engagement. Those spores are being nicely healed here by those Queens, income even some Mutalisks. More and more Zealots are being warped in, but SERRAL is able to push this back with so many Queens, so many Roaches here, and believe it, he's also faster on his creep. But once again, he's taking some damage now. Trap is on the high ground, so he might have the advantage, but no, his units are so hurt as he has to pull back. What a great defense once again here by SERRAL, pushing here Trap back. Some Zealots are warping in, as Trap abuses, of course, the fact that he's on the high ground. And 3 Archons, of course, with that splash damage could deal so much damage here. Roaches coming here for SERRAL. Let's have a look at the upgrades 0 to 1. As this one Nexus will very likely fall. I even see the reinforcements now coming in for SERRAL. So many Queens here by him, so many Roaches, and some Ravagers are of course being produced in case there are some shield batteries. We even have those Mutalisks, a small Mutalist group here, but it's being of course fended off with those Stalkers. And those Mutalisks actually killed 6 probes here, so really too much action going on. Once again, the Ravagers are in the front. This nice Disruptor shot will get the connection. No, it didn't get the connection, strangely enough. Nice pick up here against those Queens. Once again, so much damage here being done, so much splash damage, but in the end those Archons don't really get that much connection here. So SERRAL tries to push in here through, kills those buildings. Once again, in comes those 4 Archons now, nicely being microed here by Trap. Nice force fields here, but reinforcements are coming in. But I think that SERRAL just has way too much here, and look like that. They're already almost at 200 supply versus only 84 here. Great defense early on, and what a great timing push here by him. More Zealots are being warped in, but SERRAL even feeling so confident just to split here his troops, so he's doing so much damage here with those Queens. Might even take out that Prism. Really nicely done here by him. And once again 4-6 workers have been killed, and of course that's going to be the GG. So this is the game 1 from this series. It's a best of 7, I believe, and we're going to jump straight into that game 2. So see you guys in the game 2. Alright guys, welcome back to game number 2 here. We've seen a great timing push here by SERRAL in game number 1. Now it's game number 2 here on Blackburn. Let me just start once again by introducing the players to you guys. In the lower left, in the blue, it is Trap, and his opponent, of course, in the lower right, in the red, it is SERRAL. So SERRAL doing a great job in game number 1 with those roaches, with those ravages, but let's not forget also those queens healing themselves up and even healing that spore. There was so much value here, that spore against those void rays here for SERRAL. And yeah, really great matchup here by both players. SERRAL, Trap trying some Archons. Archons, of course, a good counter against roaches, but the mass was just way too much here, as Trap is going to block here his entrance a little bit with a pylon and a gateway, not sending out an early probe. Oh, hold on, sorry, he did send out an early probe, so sorry about this one, guys. But SERRAL faking here his second expansion into this position. He's actually going to expand into this position, so really good job here by him. No buildings yet here by him, so just a straight hatchery first here for him, as his overlord also makes his slowly way here into this position. Notice that oh yeah, he did actually block the ramp here for his expansion, so Trap once again with the same build order as in game number 1. His gas is also up, and he's very likely going also into an expansion. So the pretty standard opening up here by both players, just like in game number 1. Gas is now first up here for SERRAL, and his spawning pool is also being produced here for him. Quick look at the once again I forgot the production tab here. So yeah, worker wise pretty balanced, 21 to 20. Production tab is up, sorry about this one, guys, as the expansion will also finish pretty soon here by him. Trap still leaves here his proc, so what are his options going to be here into this second match? Perhaps he's going to transition into something new, some zealots with some Starkers would be an idea, maybe carriers, as sadly for him all void rays with Archons didn't really make the match here in the first game. So first adepts are of course being produced just to get as much vision here for Trap, as perhaps even some harassment. Of course, mass adepts could also be early on an option here for the Protoss, for many Protosses, as we've seen SOS do this many times, even ZEST. So it could be, of course, if you shade into this position just to kill as many probes, drones. And yeah, it's really hard to find this off, as those adepts can shade in back and forward. So the speed for the Zerglings is being produced. No early aggression yet by both players. Stalkers are now being produced here by Trap, so pretty standard. And this is going to be once again, of course, his Stargate. Let's just see if he's going to be more successful now with his oracles in the second game. First game, sadly for him, wasn't that successful. Actually, the oracle didn't do any kills. Pretty great defense here by SERRAL. Is he expecting once again oracles? Is he going to build some spores into this location? Maybe this location is also expanding into this location. Overlord is also here, so good map awareness here by him. Notice how he also leaves the overlord into this position just to see exactly when or if an oracle is going to come in here. As yeah, this once again, this overlord also gives nice vision here. So yeah, this Starcraft is not seeing here, as this perhaps could be a mule in here that's mining something from here, but in the end Trap is going to clear this out with the vision of that oracle. So first kill here for him. Zerglings are moving out, but this is a nice wall in here by Trap, as the Zerglings won't be able to deal as much damage. They're just going to deny the surge perhaps here for Trap as much as possible. So 2 adepts out here for him. Oracle makes his way out on the map, so he's going straight into this location, but there's no drones in here. Notice once again the nice creep spread here by SERRAL really doing a great job with those queen eggs here. Really nicely done here by him. As also he is going to defend this location. Let's see, he also has a spore into this location, his main also having a spore, so he really gives great accent on his defenses here. 2 oracles now here for Trap, but 2 queens are already out into this proximity. So let's just see what Trap is going for He even takes some damage now, so really nice job here by SERRAL once again, damaging those oracles and even leaving one queen in here, and that's poor. And one oracle might even fall in here, so Trap needs to be very careful. He actually has to retreat here, so once again SERRAL with a great defense here for him. Some of his drones have fallen, so this adept, like I told you, that's coming in here. So the queens were busy killing those oracles, but in the end not that many adepts are alive. Once again another one is being killed here. 5 drones have been killed, 6, but also 4 adepts have fallen. And let's not forget that a Trap had to recall those the oracles here, so once again he's moving in, but SERRAL with so many queens in here, looking very strong. And luckily for him, those Zerglings even can't see those oracles, so yeah, he's going to just move out here with some queens, laying those eggs once again, preparing that creep highway here just to move out. Wait for the base of the Protoss as we're closing in at the 10-minute mark. Once again a good job here by SERRAL, even makes it through, so Trap a little bit sloppy here, not blocking that ramp. SERRAL sees now everything, and he even damages here a little with the economy from Trap, as so much mining time has been delayed here for him. So yeah, SERRAL really great early aggression here, not killing anything, but in the end he's just straight annoying for the Protoss to have so many Zerglings, and even one probe might get surrounded and killed here. No, he's just moving straight back and forward here, but he has great vision here from what exactly Trap is doing. He saw all of those gateways in here, so he knows that perhaps a timing push is going to come. Still some 2 Zerglings are being alive here, but they will pretty soon be taken out here. So yeah, SERRAL feeling very confident, even expanding into the gold position here of this map, has now some sentries with Stalker, so this is the new tactic here from Trap. Just go straight into sentry with some Stalker. Sadly for him, he's not being attentive. One oracle has been killed. This could be a good position here to harass this mineral line. Actually it's a gold mine now, and yeah, more and more screen is being spreaded. So it's SERRAL already at the 4 base here. Let's have a quick look at those workers. 67 for Trap, so more workers, one more worker here for Trap against SERRAL. Really great job here by him. Good overseer. Perhaps you're gonna see a Nidoswarm here, and we have a first attack here. SERRAL on the high ground now. Nice blinking out here by Trap, but SERRAL even moving more and more forward. This time good stasis traps here by the Protoss, so really nice job here. Once again good traps here by him. That's his blocking the army here, splits it into 2. Nice defense here by Trap as he has to push back. Let's have a look at upgrades. 1 weapons upgrades here for him. And yes, SERRAL once again with the same tactic, Roaches, Zerglings and Ravagers backed up by Queen. But let's just have a look at his timing. When exactly is he going to push out? More and more creep is being spreaded. In comes the Overseer, so a Nidoswarm would be a possibility. He's just checking here the proximity, sees weapons 2 is being upgraded. And yeah, slowly but steadily more and more creep is being spreaded here by SERRAL, as he's also already making it out in the middle of the map. So really good job here by him. And slowly but steadily with a force here, this overlord is overseer. No, it's an observer. Sorry about this one, guys. Sees everything here, and even some banings are being morphed in here. Actually, so many banings now here for SERRAL as he's going in, but he's being nicely blocked here. SERRAL has to first kill those traps just to make it out. Even a nice Colossus this time here for Trap. In comes the baning. So many connections here by Ring. So much splash damage being dealt. Somehow this Colossus makes it out alive. Finally gets taken out, and 2 workers are also being killed. So once again Trap taking so much damage here, but he's nicely defending the ramp as more and more reinforcements are coming in now by SERRAL. Not that many queens this time for him. Great blinking here out by Trap. Nice micro here by both players. Once again the Colossus is up, and with that splash damage Trap should be fine. He just needs to take care, but with those banings, with that splash damage, that Nexus was so hurt, and SERRAL really damaging here Trap so much. The Zealot speed lag hasn't been upgraded. Nice blink once again, but Zerglings in the front backed up here by Ravagers and Roaches, really dealing so much damage. 3 probes once again are being killed, and more is being added here. Finally the Colossus kills 9 units here, so he did a good job, but notice that the Nexus has of course fallen here. And a nice kiting now forward here by SERRAL, taking out this Colossus, and this looks very good once again here by SERRAL. Look at that, so many roaches are coming in here just to back this up. Finally the Colossus once again in the high ground is dealing so much splash damage. That really needs to take care of his units. And yeah, once again SERRAL once again dealing so much economic damage. 8 probes have been killed. 7 now, 8 probes, as once again he just tries to get us around here against the Protoss, but this ramp is very nicely being blocked here by Trap, as more and more reinforcements are coming in for both players. But in the end, GG it is, so Trap is GGing out, so 2-0 now for SERRAL. Let's just jump straight into game number 3, guys. Alright, welcome back guys, to game number 3 here. So yeah, let me once again start by introducing the players to you guys. We have a 2-0 lead this time for SERRAL, as we have spawning here in the upper left in the blue it is Trap from South Korea, and in the lower right in the red it is SERRAL from Finland. Such a strong push in the game number 2 by him with those banings, damaging that Nexus, dealing so much splash damage. And sadly for Trap, the Colossuses weren't that good, as the kiting from SERRAL was much better. Of course, Colossus is a great counter to those roaches, but yeah, the sheer mass once again here by SERRAL with the timing push at the 8-minute clock, it was just way too strong. Once again Trap opening up here with that same annoying tactic that many Protosses do. They really like to annoy the Zerg as much as possible, delaying that expansion, as the Zerg once again has to push here on another location, but SERRAL not building yet any expansion. Actually he's going for a earlier spawning pool here, so the probe makes its way out, and a nice trick here by SERRAL, fooling here a little bit Trap, as per very likely Trap was pretty confident that SERRAL already expanded into this position or this position, but SERRAL just left his drone on hold position, came back and just expanded near to his proximity. The same build order here for Trap with that gateway, with that pylon, and the probe is once again very likely going into that early expansion. No, it's actually going for a cybernetic squad first. Probe is still here in the main, sees those buildings here for SERRAL. SERRAL of course going for that gas, as that moving speed from those Zerglings is so much important here. His overload also makes it out on the map. It's really important to have as much vision as possible what exactly your opponent is doing. So pretty standard once again opening up here. Same opening, perhaps a faster spawning pool this time by SERRAL, as once again I forgot the production tab, sorry about this one guys. Yeah, there go the Zerglings, 2 Zerglings already up, but this ramp is very likely getting blocked by that Adept and by that probe, so these 2 Zerglings won't be able to deal as much damage as possible. Sorry. And here they come. The Adept timing is a little bit low, so the Trap actually has to build another gateway here. It's going to cancel it indeed, and just wait for that Adept. So yeah, early army move out here by SERRAL, as his expansion is up. Once again he's building those crucial queens early on, just to have that defense against an Oracle, but there's no Oracle yet here. Once again the overload is nicely being placed here. So yeah, let's just have a look. This time it is a Twilight Council for Trap, so he's not going for those starports, for those Oracles, Void Race yet. So let's just see exactly what he has prepared for us, as in the second game he went for some Stalkers with Zealots and Colossuses, but it didn't work out. So first game was Archons with Void Race, also didn't work out. Let's just see exactly what his decision is going to be. This time Warpgate is being upgraded, SERRAL also expanding into this position as more and more is being pumped out. Let's have a look at the worker count, 32 versus 34, pretty balanced, as SERRAL has parked his overlord nicely here into this position, sees that second gateway, not yet going here for the main, as it is a robotics facility, so, and also speed lag, much faster speed lag, so we might see this time a timing push by Trap, perhaps with a Prism, perhaps with so many Zealots early on. Of course with speed lags they can be very strong. SERRAL decides to go for that same tactic. He's going for that Roach Wand, for those Roaches, for those Ravagers, and even some Queens. Now notice once again not that many Queens here for him, as he's preparing his Spore Crawlers, but Trap this time not deciding to go for any oracles, any void rays, any stargates. It's going to be a timing push in here with that prism, with those gateways. So I'm expecting massive zealots here. Perhaps mass adepts would also be an option. But yeah, let's just see exactly what is going to, as finally this important overlord makes it here into the main. So SERRAL is going to find out that there is going to be an aggression. Of course, the Stalker is going to deny this overlord, but the overlord makes it in. He's going to see all of those gateways. He's going to see no stargate, so he knows exactly what is coming towards him. He needs to prepare some defenses, or perhaps even more and more units to be produced. And yeah, let's just see what the reaction is going to be. SERRAL once again, he is actually being attacked already here with those zealots, with those speed legs. One queen has fallen for him, the second queen also falling so low. So the zealots dealing so much damage here for him. Adepts are also in here. So yeah, remember some spore crawlers were made here by SERRAL, as he's able to hold this position. But the spores is just minerals denied for nothing, as there were no oracles. However, the timing push is hold. Trap prepares another push in here with some zealots. And yeah, really good hold here by SERRAL. SERRAL caught a little bit by surprise. This prism could also be very abusive here into this location, perhaps to warp in here more units. At the same time, SERRAL is moving out with his Zerglings. Notice that he's going perhaps straight into this position in here, but the defense is also strong and pretty good here by Trap with that one Stalker. And those zealots are going to follow up in here. This prism is backed, and there, let's just see what exactly both pairs decide to go, as things finally have settled down. This time Trap being way much aggressive at the 5 minute mark with that army push out, and even forcing here SERRAL to go into a spine crawler just to prepare his defenses in here. Let's just see, is he going for some Hydralisk, some other units? No, he's just leaving that Roach Warrant as another push is being prepared with so many zealots in here. But yeah, SERRAL with those Roaches and with those Ravagers, he should be fine. Sadly for him, some queens have fallen, so he needs to rebuild those. And yeah, this Overlord is nicely seeing everything, and this Immortal is once again here out on the map. So Immortal very good against those units, those Roaches. But here we go, nice surround here by those zealots, killing so many units here by SERRAL, but at the same time so much is being lost. And remember, the Immortal is going to kill so many units. Immortal will great counter to those Ravagers. More and more reinforcements are coming in here by Trap. Once again, the zealots are in the front. Immortal doing so much damage, nicely being microed here, but he also takes so much damage here. So in the end, SERRAL is somehow holding here this push, as the Trap has to retreat here. Nice micro here, picking up those units. So the early aggression not paying off here by Trap. Sadly for him, he has to retreat. Of course, he did kill so many units, but in the end, if we look at the supply, 100 already supply here for SERRAL versus the 59 here for Trap. Yes, this Immortal already sitting at 8 kills. Really great job here by him. A very important unit against those Roaches and Ravagers. But I think the sheer mass would have been greater if we would have had 4 or 3 Immortals here. Nice pick up here by him, nice micro. SERRAL holds his position and secure his expansion in here. Trap decides to expand at his own, and now sends in some Disruptors. Of course, Disruptors very good unit with that splash damage. But is he going to get those connections? SERRAL is moving out on the map, he's sensing perhaps that Trap has expanded into this position, and that is real. So yeah, more and more Immortals now are being produced here for Trap. SERRAL decides to pull back. He just wishes to secure his expansion, perhaps plays it safe, as that Oracle has fallen, and we have a nice drop here by that Prism with those 2 Disruptors. So that's why he did pull back a little bit, but at the same time now he's going to punish Trap once again. This base is not being defended. Finally some units are coming in just to defend the base, but not that many units here, just a couple of zealots with that one hurt Immortal here. So they're dealing more and more damage to this Nexus. Finally in come the zealots in the front, but the kiting is also good here by SERRAL. Those Disruptors aren't getting any connections here yet. But SERRAL also needs to be careful perhaps to spread his units here, as once again Trap doing a nice job with that kiting here. But SERRAL holds his position. He has some units in his main just to secure any drop, but at the same time he's also going to knock here on the door from Trap. In comes a great disruptor shot, but the spread is very good here by SERRAL. SERRAL being now chased here by Trap away, his units are hurt. In comes another disruptor shot, but luckily for SERRAL, he is able to dodge that one off. Trap this time looking so much stronger here with his zealots, even getting some connection with those fireballs. Really good job here by SERRAL. He leaves, however, some roaches in the back just to take care of that expansion, so really nice job here by him. And now he's on creep, he's on the high ground. Things look very good. The zealots are much hurt, so is this immortal. And yeah, now once again the fighting here by SERRAL looking very strong. Good Michael here by Trap as well. And let's have a look. Once again, Trap is being pushed back here by SERRAL. And great Michael with that prism once again. Good disruptor shot. Great connection here by Trap this time. So if he continues like it, perhaps he's going to have a chance here against SERRAL. Reinforcements are pouring in with that prism, with that warping. But yeah, not that much here being left here by Trap, as Trap still decides to be very aggressive here. Is it this the right decision to fight your opponent on creep when you don't have that much of a supply advantage here? More and more is being added here by SERRAL. At the same time, a nice disruptor shot here, only killing 3 drones sadly here for Trap. He could have gotten so much more, but luckily for SERRAL he didn't get those good connections, as SERRAL once again is moving out here with some Zerglings in the front. And yeah, those prism in the back with those 2 disruptors might get some connections once again on those drones. Good disruptor shot this time, so great counter here to those Ravagers and Roaches with those disruptor shots, but more and more Zerglings and Roaches are being poured in. Let's have a look. Once again, he's going to try to kill so many drones here with those disruptors, but the queens are there, and look at that. Let's have a look. Is he going to get some connections? 3 drones are being killed, so nicely done here by Trap. 7 actually, so the second shot much better, as SERRAL has to retreat a little bit. But yeah, I don't think he's going to retreat with all of his units. He's just perhaps going to leave some queens in the back. This expansion has been killed by SERRAL. So SERRAL doing a really nice job. How much? Not that much anti-air here for him, as this prism is going to be of course annoying as possible and forcing here SERRAL to stay a little bit back. However, with his Zerglings here, is going to be as annoying as possible. Just sees exactly what Trap is going for, and Trap even moves out here, once again being aggressive with 4 disruptors, actually many more disruptors. If these disruptors get good connections here, Trap might have a good chance, but no, they're being so much healed here, so much splash damage once again with those Ravagers. Trap tries to do a nice micro here, but I don't think it would have been good for him. I don't understand why he was aggressive in here. He could have just waited, but then again, he's a pro, so he knows exactly what he's doing. So 3-0 now for SERRAL. Let's just jump straight into game number 4. Yes, welcome back to game number 4 now, in between SERRAL and Trap. What a great series we have here. SERRAL very strong here, leading against Trap 3-0, as we have him spawning here in the lower left in the red, SERRAL from Finland, and his opponent in the upper right in the blue. It is Trap from South Korea. These games have been played on the Dreamhack 2021, as Trap is moving out here with his probe and just preparing that pylon for his expansion. Also once again doing the same trick that most Protosses do, just bringing in here his probe just to deny this expansion once again here for SERRAL. So great timing once again. Or is it going to be? Yes, indeed, SERRAL is once again forced to move out onto other location. But is he going to wait here once again as he did in the game number 3? Or is he going to expand? He's just going to expand into this position straight, not losing any much time here against Trap. So let's just see exactly what Trap will prepare for us, as Archons didn't work out, Immortals didn't work out, Colossuses didn't work out, even the Prism with those Disruptors didn't work out. What exactly is his strategy going to be? I didn't see any carriers yet here by him, so it could be an option, as the spawning pool is going up here for SERRAL at the 1 minute and 10 second mark. The same opening up here by Trap with that pylon, with that gateway, and his expansion also being up. So the overload here for SERRAL once again is going to give him important vision. Sorry, as yeah, this probe is also very important here for Trap, also giving Trap important vision here And once again, he's going to be a little bit annoying, just deny a little bit of mining time here for SERRAL. His SERRAL's overlord is coming in, so he knows that it's the same strategy, the same opening strategy here by Trap, with that gateway, with that cybernetic score and the expansion. Gas is also up here for him. His second gas is also being placed as the first hatchery is being done here by SERRAL, and SERRAL immediately pumping that queen out in his main and into his expansion. Once again, queens, like I told you earlier on, very very important for the Zergs, and speed for the Zerglings is also being produced. Let's have a look at the workers. 23-24, pretty balanced. As we are closing in at the 5-minute mark here, more and more drones are being transferred now here by SERRAL into his into his expansion. No second expansion yet up for him, as once again he's moving out with those Zerglings. And just to be a little bit annoying, is just once again Trap has to block his entrance with a pylon, and finally the adept makes it out, so he might cancel this pylon here. Okay, let's just see exactly what difference is Trap going to try here. Is he going for that Stargate? So Stargate it is. Might see once again some Void Ray, but some Oracles would be a great counter to those drones, of course. But SERRAL doing a great defense here with those spores, with those queens, as he's also expanding into this position in here. His Zerglings are also out on the map. Speed is about to finish, so the Zerglings are perhaps looking for some proxy targets in here, but the Stargate is just here, and it's going to be Void Ray here for Trap. So Void Rays it is, with one gateway, actually two gateways. Yeah, let's just see what Trap will prepare once again. It's in game number 4, this is a best of 7. So Trap looking once again pretty good with that Void Ray, killing that overlord. And yeah, SERRAL once again not building any spores in here. He's feeling confident with those queens. Roach Warrant is not yet up, at least I don't see it anyhow now here for SERRAL. So SERRAL is just droning up more and more and building his some Zerglings. Spore is also out here for him, so he prepares some anti-air. Same can be set into his main, as slowly but steadily the first Oracle is going to move out here for Trap. Trap tries to come in here with that Void Ray, with that Oracle actually changes his mind, going into a different direction. Perhaps he's going to kill some units here, but SERRAL already ready for that with those queens. 3 queens actually in the near proximity here, so in comes the Oracle, but immediately gets intercepted by those queens. So once again SERRAL with a great defense here, with a great early defense here by him, as also some of his Zerglings make it into this position. The Oracle, sadly for Trap, not making it out. Perhaps it would be better for him to make even more and more Oracles and attack at different locations, but still the defense is just so strong here by SERRAL. Notice how he leaves one queen and one spore into his every base. So yeah, Trap's just not going to get any connection, any harassment, as he also decides to expand at the 5-minute mark here into this position. So yeah, what unit composition is it going to be? And look at that, we actually see a Tempest here. Tempest it is this time here for Trap, as SERRAL doesn't know yet. His only nearby unit is the Zergling, but the Zergling is going to be taken care of this Void Ray. More and more Zerglings are being nicely stationed here by SERRAL, as he really wishes to know what exactly this time the army composition is going to be by Trap. Those queens are chasing this Oracle away. At the same time, these queens will very likely lay those eggs down on the ground just to support that creep highway. We have an evolution chamber, of course, for those upgrades, and a nice Roach Warrants once again. So it's the same tactic here by SERRAL, a very strong tactic here for the Zerg against the Protoss, with those Roaches, with those queens, some Zerglings and Ravagers. Speed is up, but yet SERRAL does not know yet that there's Tempest going to be pumped out here by Trap. So Tempest indeed it is. Sees the Void Ray, sees the Oracles, but Tempest hasn't been spotted yet here by SERRAL. Finally now he sees those Tempests, but it's already 3 Tempests here by Trap. Trap preparing a strong push in here, so this could be a good option here by him. Tempest very strong if you kite them back and forth. Queens are there, but their range is just way too low against those Tempests. But however, on that creep, those queens are so much faster, and one Tempest already falling here for Trap. Sadly enough, now he finds a good location and he might kill a queen. Now this queen at 10 HP makes it out alive, so Interesting strategy now here shown to us by Trap with those Tempests. He needs to be careful, however, with those queens on that creep. They are much faster here than the Tempest, so nice kiting here by Trap. More and more queens are of course being produced here by SERRAL. Perhaps he's going to go into some Corruptors. Corruptors of course a great anti-air unit here, as more and more Tempest are being added, so a nice surprise here by Trap, showing us a different strategy into this fourth game here by him. Let's just see what SERRAL is going to just check out all of those expansions here. However, that one Voider once again nicely being picked up here by SERRAL, so Trap needs to be more and more careful here with his microing here. He already lost one Tempest and one Void Ray, as this Oracle will perhaps try to kill some units here, but there's just so many queens, and even those spores are nicely being placed once again. And yeah, just checking the proximity more and more. Kiting is going back and forth, but SERRAL looking very confident with his queens in here, as Trap even has to pull back a little bit here with his units. Is he perhaps going into some carriers? No, he's just pumping more and more Void Rays and Tempest out, but only from one Stargate. Or does he have more and more Stargates? No, sadly for him, just one Stargate, so pretty interesting enough. Also upgrades his weapons, air weapons here, as he might transition in some gateway units now. SERRAL prepared for that with his queens, with his Ravagers, and the first Corruptors are also out on the map, so actually many Corruptors here for him, as these Corruptors will of course be very strong against this Tempest. The Ravagers are being morphed in, so I think SERRAL once again is preparing here a strong push after the 8-minute mark, like he has shown us in previous games. I see his army moving out here. There is no more creep in here, so his units are a little bit so much slower now, as he's pushing here into this location, and even is going to deny this upgrade here. So really nice job here by him killing that cybernetic squad. Tempests are in the air, nice kiting here. Queens are taking care of those Void Rays, as SERRAL is pushing here through. He's going straight for that mineral line. One Void Ray already dropping so low. 5 probes have already been killed. This robotics facility is being killed. At the same time, more and more damage is being done here back and forth. Good Void Ray connections, but the queens are there to protect their units, and the Raptors aren't really taking any effect now, but they're being nicely healed by those queens. So really great job. Nice Ravagers, balls, firewalls here dealing so much damage here. Good connections here by both players, but the queens are slowly but steadily moving in forward. The Raptors are once again in the back, but are now being backed up by those Ravagers, as SERRAL just feels so confident here, moving in here forward. He did lose, SERRAL did lose 30 drones, as I see here. This unit composition does a nice job, but the real damage is going on here into the main from Trap taking so much damage here from those queens, from those Corruptors. Corruptors even being late here just to wait, and those units from Trap are falling so much low here, as those Ravagers are going straight for that Nexus, straight for the economy here. And there's just a couple of Corruptors and just a couple of Void Rays and Tempest here being left. But sadly for Trap, things don't look so good. Actually, they look really bad for him. It was a very nice new strategy here by him with those Tempest, but those queens healing themselves up really nice. And look at that, he even takes out here the main. So the main here from Trap is in shambles, as he lost 52 workers. So really bad. Things look really bad here for him, so of course he has to GG out. SERRAL the victor here of this best of 7, really much owning here Trap 4-0 in a best of 7. So congratulations to Finland, congratulations to SERRAL, showing us great timing pushes here and adapting really nicely to the strategies here from Trap. Nice job here by him. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I'll be seeing you of course in the next replays. This is Tommy signing out.